everyone, welcome back to another Talking Toll production video. In today's one, we're going to be going over all the Timothy comic books that will be coming out in September. And there's quite a lot actually, and a nice selection of different versions and variety of different turtles. So this month is going to be pretty great. So okay, so starting on the September 4th, we had the Timothy the Compendium Volume 3, and this is basically a big book that collects a bunch of issues, and this is all from the Mirage era. And so basically this whole book will be collecting issues from issue 38 to 62 from the Mirage era. So that's like halfway through the guest era stuff and all the City at War stuff. So that's pretty great. And this will be going for about $150 and will be have 790 pages. Wow. So yeah, it's gonna have like loads of artists as well who are involved in this one from when they were doing it back in the day. So it's just like Rich Hedden, Tom McWeeny, Matt Horoff, Rick McCollum, Bill Anderson, Paul Jennings, AC Farley, Rick Arthur, Dan Berger, and Mike Dooney, and there's going to be a few other people presumably. And yeah, so that's coming out on September 4th. I think that's pretty great if you're collecting all the other compendiums, and it'd be great to collect the other stuff in like more of these compendiums, but we'll wait and see about that. And then also on September 4th we have the Timothy the Best of Dark Leo, and yeah, so if you've been collecting these best of series, then you know what to really expect. But really, Dark Leo, yeah, it doesn't really have that many stories to really tell, so that's great. But it does have a few issues. It was like 24, 29, 32, and deviations, so a nice little selection, but really not the best of the character. To be honest, I wouldn't even say that this character really deserves it, but either way, if you're collecting these books, then it's there. Okay, I've been going over to September 11th for the Timothy, the Volume 2 of the RW stuff, issue number 2, and this issue is going to be focusing on Mikey, and it could be really great. Now, this is still continuing on from the Jason Aaron stuff from like last month, I want to say, when it came out, and that issue was focusing on Raph, and this one's going to be focused on Mikey. It's going to be in Tokyo, and it's still like setting things up for like the next part of this universe, so I guess we'll wait and see about that. But for the description, it is Michelangelo's living in Tokyo, where he became a big TV star. It's a pretty cool life full of fame and fortune. But if he's being honest, Mikey misses his brothers and the sense of purpose they had together. Well, in a classic case of being careful what you wish for, that old life book, God, what am I trying to say? That old life book, like it's coming to find him when they just show up in his apartment, armed to the teeth, continuing the all-new adventures ongoing series from writer Jason Aaron, and this time joined by Detective Comics American vampire artist Raphael Albuquerque. This spotlight stories on everyone's favourite jokester puts a second piece of a puzzle together for the future of TMNT. So yeah, it does sound pretty promising with this issue, with setting up stuff for the future for this series and also this little story arc, so that could be pretty cool. And then for the covers, we have so far 27 confirmed covers. I have a few which is going on screen right now, but they do all look pretty great. But yeah, I'll talk about it a little bit more when I actually do the preview video for this comic. Okay, then also on September 11th we had the Timothy Sourcebook issue number 4, and this series is basically just detailing the events from issue 1 to 150 or the RW stuff, and there's more or less going over like what went into like the behind the scenes and stuff like that, which I do find to be pretty cool. And if you're collecting these ones, then you know it's coming out, and I believe this time it's supposed to be going over the stuff happened in Mutant Town and also the Armageddon game stuff. So that's pretty cool, but at the same time, that literally just came out like last year, so at the same time it's just like, why? I just read it, so yeah. But this will have 100 pages and going for about $8, and yeah, there's not really too much to it other than that. Okay, so then going over to September 18th, we do have the TMNT, the Samurai Adventures, Volume 3 trade paperback, and this will be collecting a few issues. So this one will be collecting, where does it say? Oh god, it collects issue number 6, 7, 8, and also the Halloween special for the ongoing series or the Samurai Adventures stuff. This will have 128 pages and go for about $17. I think that's pretty great. I mean, this series is really great, and I highly recommend picking it up if you haven't been reading it already. Yeah, like for most of the cover is done by no, oh god, what I'm trying to say. Most of the actual stuff in this, oh god, what I'm trying to say. Most of the stuff in this actual book is actually done by Sarah Meyer. However, they chose the cover done by Dorsasia Brothers, which I do find to be pretty annoying, disappointing, but it's all pretty great nonetheless. But yeah, if you want it, it's coming out then. So then also on September 18th, we have the TMNT Mutant Nation issue number 1, and this whole series is basically like filling the gaps for the rest of this universe, while Jason Aaron is focusing on the actual main part of the TMNT stuff. So this one's gonna be pretty cool, and with this first story arc, it's gonna be focusing on Raph and what led to him going into prison. And also for a backup story, we've got Casey like wondering if like maybe he's like doing a good thing, like joining the Foot. However, because we know the outcome in issue number 5 of the ongoing series, we know that he already chose that he wants to be a Christ. So a little disappointing there that we already know the outcome, but oh well. Okay, so for the description, and it is a long one, ah Jesus. Okay, so the description for this one is a new ongoing series, part 1 of Raphael's flashback adventure arc, Attack of Area 51. Expect old favourites and new surprises in this new ongoing series. Between the events of TMNT number 150 and TMNT number 1, the TMNT found themselves at a crossroads, attempting to keep their family united, or individually feeling the need to break away and explore life in a world that knows about mutants. To clear his head, Raphael is heading west, where a dormant enemy is out for revenge on the Turtles' engineer, a dangerous detour to Area 51. When Raphael was held hostage with some unexpected friends, his soul-searching quest mutates into a crisis as he brawls into a desert to keep the Earth Protection Force cache of converted technology out of wrong hands. Will Raphael find his new purpose away from his brothers, or just more trouble than he can handle alone? Tom Walsh, the TMNT mastermind and co-writer of the TMNT Lost Ronin, returns to tell brand new stories and about everyone's favourite anthropomorphic misfits, with artist Vincent Frederick, plus writer Eric Burnham and fan favourite artist TMNT artist, oh god, Matteo Santalocco presents a 4-issue bonus backup after the events of the Untold Destiny of the Foot Clan. Can Casey Jones tolerate Karai's descent into ruthlessness, or will he turn his badge on the Foot? Once it rappels into the upcoming action in Jason Aaron's TMNT, each arc of Mutant Nation will feature 2 stories exploring different corners of the TMNT universe, easily accessible to casual fans, while ties connecting to the ongoing series and Night Watcher. Oh god, so yeah, basically the villain for this first story arc is going to be Metalhead, which, yay, I can't believe they're bringing him back again. Yay. But hopefully that should be interesting, and it's great to see that they are filling the gaps of like some stuff, which it is going to be quite excited, and also knowing that this whole story or this whole series is going to be like is going to be expanding the this TMNT universe in a very fun, creative way with 2 stories at a time. I think that's really great. I just hope that this actually lasts longer than the TMNT universe stuff, because this has so much potential to be a great story, but I guess we'll wait and see about that. Okay, and then also on September 18th, we had the TMNT Samurai Adventures issue number 17, where we do get to see the return of Mona Lisa. Okay, so for the description for this one, there are some strange shenanigans transpiring at one of New York's toy museum, as recently acquired artifacts is discovered disassembled every evening, and there are never signs of break-ins. This is the kind of weirdness that typically tends to target the attention of the TMNT and their awesome allies. Draw Raphael, Mona Lisa, and the start of a new arc as they race to solve the mystery at the museum. So yeah, it sounds interesting enough, I want to say, but at the same time, not really. But I guess this one would be wait and see if it's actually good. I mean, one thing which I do find to be more interesting is how they are saying that it's like Raphael, Mona Lisa going to the museum, but on the covers we do get see the turtles there, like all 4 of them. So I'll be quite curious to see how many of them actually show up or anything along those kind of lines. So yeah. Okay, then for the last little bit, so on September 25th, we had the TMNT The Amazing Adventures Omnibus, and this will be collecting the TMNT 2012 comics from the Amazing Adventures stuff. And this one, I think, is actually pretty good because it's about 14 issues long, and it has like I want to say it's about like 7 stories because each story was broken up into 2 issues, and then also you had like backup stories. So you do get like quite a lot of stuff in this one, and it's going to be about $20 with about 384 pages, which I do think is going to be really great. And it does say here in the description that it collects all 14 issues from a wide range of variety of talents, including Larry Q. Waller, Chad Thomas, Sina Grace, Caleb Golella, Ian Flynn, John Smravra, Matthew K. Manning, and more. So yeah, I mean overall this is I think this is really great. If you've been collecting the 2012 stuff, this might be a really great pickup for you because, well, they're finally collecting all of them in one place, and I think it's pretty great. Okay, and then for the last one that will be coming out on the 25th, is the TMNT and the Masters of Universe, The Tales of Grayskull, issue number 1, and this is a crossover between the Turtles and He-Man, which I think could be interesting, but at the same time, reading the description, it doesn't give me too high hopes because He-Man's missing, so yeah. Okay, okay, yeah, so for the description, and by the power of Grayskull, Turtle Power! When TMNT come across Krang and Shredder making a deal with some otherworldly demon maid named Skeletor, things got hell weird and they ended up in Eternia. It turns out when you mix Ultron Mission with demon magic, you get a nasty pearl poison, and it's brought Eternia to a brink of chaos. So Leo, Raph, Donnie and Mikey are teaming up with the Masters of the Universe to kick some blue bony butt. The only problem is, He-Man is missing in action. So yeah, this is really reminding me a lot of stuff from the He-Man show that came out on Netflix. So that's not really giving me a good sign, considering that this is supposed to be the premiere issue for the series, and he's already out. Oh. And there are a few covers, but we'll go over them in the actual preview video. But yeah, I mean, overall for this month, I'd say that this is a really great month. Having a lot of variety of different comics, it's really nice to see that so many different versions of tales all out at once. It's really great. As I hope we do get see this keeps up in this. Next year when we have to get 2012, Rise, 2003, Samuel Avengers all out at once, I think that'd just be amazing. But yeah, overall this is a really great month. There's a few issues in here which I'm looking forward to quite a lot. I'd say the Samuel Adventures stuff because they're always amazing. And also the Mutant Nation one. That one I'm looking forward to quite a bit because I'm just quite curious to see how it's going to be playing out, but at the same time it's Metalhead, so yeah. But yeah, overall, let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this month. Are you looking forward to any issues? And yeah, that's it for today, guys. If you're please share, this is subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.